taste that beat?
Stick to the roof of your jamming mind. Don't let it stop, don't let it stop. It's peanut butter Phlox'em time.
Spread it thick, don't let it flop. We're spreading on,
Oh yeah,
we're spreading on. Keep it creamy now. We're spreading on,
oh yeah.
we're spreading on. Keep it creamy now.
It's peanut butter Phlox'em time.
Yeah, can you taste that beat?
Stick to the roof of your jamming mind. Don't let it stop, don't let it stop. It's peanut butter Phlox'em time.
Spread it thick, don't let it flop. We're spreading on,
Oh yeah.
All right, hello, Archons. Welcome into Phlox'em. We've got something a little bit different. I've talked about this league, I think a lot actually on this channel, the NKFL league, but I don't think I've ever actually recorded one of myself. And I'm just gonna try this season, try and do some live streams of these. You've already seen my lineup if you got to watch my live stream with Magic Duck. You've seen some of my decks there. But this is, again, Nordic Hexad, so we bring 6 decks. You ban one, you save one of your own, then you ban another one, then you play 3 games. Every game matters, every key matters, and I am in Silver Alpha, which is much higher than I should be. You know, I'm gonna do what I can. I honestly like had a really awesome run at the end of last season in bronze to get up here. I was definitely helped by some of the other matchups that did not go the way that maybe they could have. Because I didn't get through with like a crazy good didn't have a crazy good like win-loss ratio. Like I didn't do super well, but I had enough of a winning record to get through. And then with this season, a lot of people chose to play in the Legacy League, which is a league version of this that doesn't have the basically the GG sets in it. I am playing in the regular league, but both of those things made it so I bumped into silver, and there's only diamond, gold, silver, bronze, and then there's a couple divisions below that. So there's a lot of people in this. There's like 100 and some people in this, and I don't feel like I'm going to be quite up to par with this group, but we'll see what we got. So we're up against SithofAngmar. Definitely a very good player, multiple vault winner, both in Archon and Alliance. Faith is kind of his signature deck. It's the one that won Vault Tour Dallas. I did lose to this deck in person. I think it's going to be my first ban. Tetratar is one that he has also played for a long time. Very, very cool kind of exile plus Mark of Dis plays that he tries to do with this. Very tough choice between which of these two to ban. I really don't like the disruption in either, but I just honestly, I don't think banning Faith first is always right for everyone. It is a very good deck, but it does have weaknesses. But for my lineup, I think it's best. We've got another Exile deck here, very, very similar to Tetratar, only it has Star Alliance for more efficiency rather than the Dis for the disruption. Two GR decks that honestly, they just look pretty fast. Aren't as scary as some GR decks I've seen, so I might ban one of them depending on what his saves are, but not quite as scared of those. Again, I kind of built my lineup expecting to see more GR, so I'm probably more okay with not banning GR. And then we've got a Worlds Collide deck, which is interesting. Double Ludo, Spartasaur. I don't feel super scared about this one. Double Imperium's kind of annoying, but I have a decent amount of creature control if we get the right matchups. But let's go ahead and do our first ban here. Don't want to keep them waiting. Okay, so he hasn't banned yet, so we still got time. But we are banning Faith because, I mean, it's a scary deck. It's a very awesome deck, and I am sad not to get to like watch it in action because it's, if you've never seen this deck play, it's incredible. Triple Sandhopper plus this Steward that has a couple pips on it, and then the Puzzling Trinket. And sort of, what's up, Atlantis? Welcome in. We're just drooling over Sith's deck here, Faith. But essentially what happens is you get to a game state where you can basically just keep playing Equidon every turn, but he's getting all of his creatures on the board, so these mixes are stopping your keys, these bubbles are causing a lot of disruption, and then he can kind of do whatever he needs to with the pips on this Steward because of the Puzzling Trinket. And so if he needs to capture, he can. If he needs to gain Amber, he can. If he needs to draw, he can. So you can even think, you can come into this thinking like, oh, if I just bring, you know, some artifact control, I'll be okay. But the trick is you have to like have enough to keep killing them because he gets to a point where he can just keep cycling and he just gets them back pretty fast. Okay, so this was the interesting bit. So he banned one of my GR, which makes sense. Both my GRs I think are pretty scary, but he banned Pharaoh, which is the faster of the GR. It is a very, I mean, if you saw me play against Magic Duck, it is crazy bursty. Just closes out games with so much Amber pretty quickly. So honestly, that'll maybe the better call for a lot of people we end up against, but that leaves me open to safe Jaden, and I think that's the right call. I'm trying to see if there's an issue here. So the one issue is gonna be the like capturing. if he's capturing a lot with the Saurian, then the Mars combo and Jaden gets really awkward because I don't want to take his creatures that have captured amber on them. Because then he can get that captured amber back. But he's got a couple decks that are lighter on creature control too. So I mean, I think there's other things that I really want to save. Yeah, and he saves Tetratar. That makes sense. There's other things that I really want to save, but I think if I want to win at least one game, saving Jaden is the way to go. Now, what does he ban next? I'm thinking it's going to be between Bacho and Oppenheimer. I think Oppenheimer has a pretty good matchup into most of his GR, especially. I don't love Owen, especially since he's. I think I need to ban one of the higher creature control ones. So Tetratar is in. I think it might be Thoratil. I also hate Hypnotic Command. I'm so tired of playing around it. The problem is this one has enough expected amber, but I just don't really know where that expected amber is all coming from. Because this deck to me just looks awkward. Like it has some combos that might go off, but if they don't, it just looks, I don't know. Whereas this one, the Brobnar is kind of awkward. There's only a few creatures with all those Cacophonous Riots, but he can also enrage my guys. I don't know. Triple permanent record is not fun. So this is a brand new color. Welcome in, Murph, by the way. A brand new color scheme that you can do. Do I want to face two mass mutation decks, though? This was kind of the other one I was thinking of banning. But if Oppenheimer gets banned, what's the better thing to have banned here? I think it's that's real. Banner on the decks. Interesting. We've had some internet issues, so it's possible I'm having some stuff going on. So neither of these have much efficiency though, like much archiving. So I just feel like it's kind of I shouldn't be as scared of them as they look like they should be. I'm gonna ban Owen. I might be wrong, but I think I don't want to go up against two of those. Oh, he banned Esme. All right. I love Esme. It's an awesome deck. I don't think it's the best deck in this matchup. I love having these two against his two GRs. I think that's going to be huge. Tetratar is going to be tough, but I think Jaden and Hatterberg probably have fine matchups against it. And he has 0 artifact control, so Jar and Bacho is going to be doing some work. Okay. What do I play first, though? Last time I kind of got this wrong. Starting with Esme, I think I want one that doesn't have many bad matchups, and honestly, I kind of think Oppenheimer and Jaden have good matchups. I'm going to start with Oppenheimer, though. I think that was what I should have done against Magic Duck, and I didn't. Okay, let's get this game going. So, like, I'm in silver. Sith is an incredible player, very, very competitive, but I do actually feel like I have a shot at winning this, so I'm going to try. I know I've been pretty doom and gloom lately about my adaptive playing because it's been awful, but I like being an underdog, and I feel like I am for sure an underdog in this group. Okay, he's going with Tetratar. So Tetratar has the Mark of Dis, which is going to be an issue. I'm going to try. Astron, welcome in. So, I mean, yeah, the Mark of Disses are just going to be the issue. But the thing is, like, this deck wants I mean, it can set up the TMTP play pretty well. And but it can stop keys in every house. So the mark of this, he has to be like positive what he's hitting. But I also have a lot of small creatures, so ugh. I don't love this hand. I'd say I don't love this hand either, but I can work with that. Yeah, I banned Faith first. I'm sad about that. I love Faith. It's an awesome deck. I have lost to it before with this deck at the Dallas Vault Tour. He's the one who knocked me out with it. And again, I was saying earlier, I don't think it's like a deck that you have to be terrified of depending on your lineup. I don't think it's always the right first ban, but against my lineup, it for sure is. Okay, so this is one of those interesting things. I did this the last time I played this deck too, is I think I just discard the Resonator and archive it right away with Proliferator. There's not a ton of archiving in this deck, especially with the Proliferator already out, so just getting some of those tools tucked away should be helpful. Collector Worm, I don't think is something he cares too much about. His Logos probably does plenty of work against it. Opposition Researches. This might just be a Shadow's turn here. I also don't mind just picking up the Daughter. I think I like the Shadow's turn first, and then we'll see if he wipes the board or if I actually get to use these next turn. Because I can't Reap with the Proliferator here, which is kind of annoying, because I could pop this and then Reap with the Proliferator to pick it up. But a little bit of disruption doesn't seem like the worst. Definitely not going to drop too much to protect yet. Oh, with JDG's Chandra, yeah. Chandra is a beatable deck. It's really hard, but it's not always the right first ban for sure, especially against some of his GR decks. Oh my goodness. He's got that one that can like Winds of Death into Might Makes Right. I think it's terrifying. It's possible we just get a board clear here. Just be Axiom though. Get some damage, that's fine. I do like most of the shadows. I have to be careful. I maybe just shouldn't play these two just to keep from getting marked into shadows, because I feel like getting marked into shadows could almost be worse than some of my other options. What's up, Mooseman? Dude, welcome in. Wait, what? How did you kill both of them? Oh, you did the damage pip on that guy, and then... Yeah, that's fair. Hubris. Plays a Faust. Don't mind scooping that. I don't want to scoop the Faust. Maybe I scoop this guy. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't have artifact control, so it might not be worth using the Collector Worm yet. I really, really wish I had gotten a Grey Rider. How many... He does not have Ludo in this one. He's got the Amphora Exile, but no Ludo. He does have the Faust. That's just key cost. So, like, the Mars Needs Amber plays could be huge, so I think we want to work towards that. So I think it's just slow roll Sanctum here. Keep stuff moving. Do get an extra capture if we play the combat pheromones. I don't get to check unless I just Reap with this. Then you can just go back into Saurian. Yeah, I think we just leave it. Okay, not a bad shadows. Follow up here. It might be next turn if he doesn't kill the Collector Worm, pick up with Faust, or pick up the Faust and get to check with shadows. Or it could just be the Grey Rider back into Sanctum. Or I get Mark of Dis, then I don't have a choice because he's going Dis here. Does have the Dominator Bauble too, which is annoying. But I also don't have artifact control. Yeah, just gonna fight this into something. Fights it into Collector Worm. And then Gleeful Mayhem. Okay. Discards Grim Reminder. That's something. That only purges creatures. That's not super important right now. Yeah, let's just go Shadows. I think we just keep forcing him to deal with our creatures. Because if he doesn't, we can house cheat to do the fighting with him. No, I think we'll just play this here, just start threatening that. Umbra, and I don't mind playing the Yancey gang here. There's an argument, like we might just TMTP for not much value if we get marked. I'd rather keep the tempo. I guess with the Hystricog down, he can just mark and then kill the Yancey gang, but he's going Zarian, so maybe we see a big... Oh, there's the Amphora. That is one thing I do not have an answer for, unfortunately. This draw is not ideal here. Okay, so Galiotops is one we got to be careful of because that's what he likes to capture onto and then exile. Ooh. Don't love that at all. Oh, he kills the Galiotops. That's actually fantastic for us because we don't have good ways of killing Galiotops. Just at all. Oh, but this hand is pretty rough. Can't get more to archive here. So it might just be a slow Mars turn. Just went Saurian. He's played a lot of his creature control already. Should I play this guy? I think I am. I guess he can't mark me into something other than Mars anyways. I'd rather have more creatures if he does mark me, so... we are going to go ahead and purge that. It makes me sad, but I think I have to kill that guy just to limit the power of mark turn. Okay, there's our Mars Needs Amber. There's Collector Worm. And we got the Throwing Stars. I'm really glad to have seen the Axiom already. I think that's a good thing for me. Because this deck basically wants to also play a lot of like kind of witchy creatures. Ooh, that ping's not good. Oh. Get too bigger screen here. So the more creature control gone early, the better. What else does he have? I know this deck has a decent amount. Still has Implosion. I'm shocked that it hasn't been a Logos turn yet. This is kind of crazy. There's an Exile. I think that's okay. Gives me the Hystricog. Are they clumping? I don't know what you mean by that, Murph. Sorry. Haven't seen a mark yet. I can just Mother Gun this for 1 damage. Just so I can't be marked into that. I think I like that. I'd love to get the damage on the Shrix, but I don't think it's a huge deal here. Just want to do 1 though, so he can't just ping it with a damage pip. Go ahead and ours needs Amber. Drop down Collector Worm. We're just gonna get the Faust off the board now. All right, and there's some Sanctum Capture. So now we start setting up for TMTP. Unless we get marked. If we get marked here, I think it's still okay. He goes Logos though. Logos is what we wanted, so we know that Daughter's coming back down. Yeah, the Collector Worm was tough, but it's so good with the Grey Riders. Like, and again, no Keyforge yet. I think I kind of have to play a little bit longer of a game at this point anyways. Yeah, so there's that damage pip. Eclectic, gets him to check. Question is, do I Collector Worm the Cronus or the Shrix? I don't need to capture with Maruk because we're going to get the Albade capture. No, I only get 1 fight here. Oh yeah, no, I can combat pheromones. Sad thing is I don't get the Mother Gun. Like, this combat pheromone just seems a little rough. I have coming. I really wish I had had this Mars first by now. I think it's probably worth it. I actually can't collect both. I guess I can if I want to take 1 damage. How many drop hips does he have? I think he's got a lot of them in this. I'm very sad not getting to check here though. And let's take out that Faust. I love this deck. I know it's not the best, but I enjoy playing it so much. It's what I took to the Dallas Vault Tour, and I mean, so what's funny about this? So I have Judgment's really cool. It's got some really strong things it can do depending on the matchup. But this deck, like against like Woe Brobnar kind of stuff, this deck did some nasty, nasty things. Just the Mars needs Ambers just go crazy, and then a lot of Woe didn't have good answers to TMTP if you actually got good value off of it, which this deck can. Okay, so we're in Logos, so that means no Mark of Dis again. He's deciding if he should kill both of these creatures, but what's... Oh, I wish I had one more damage in Shadows. Because I can kill the Hystricog to give him that Amber for the TMTP, and it might just be worth it. Oh! Or he will drop a 3 damage pip Research Smoko to take out the Grey Rider, and where's that last damage going? Does it have a capture pip from the Amphora? That's fair. Am plays a sloppy, so definitely going... Oh, unless they just do more Amphora here. That's actually interesting. Amphora against my deck, he can just not gain more Amber, but still get his card effects. Exile being gone is pretty big. Oh, he takes the Amber. Okay. I mean, so that would be a TMTP for 10, but then I'd still have this guy sitting around. I don't love it. There is a chance we get more value off of the... I could Dust Chronicles first, I guess. But I don't find... Yeah, I don't find another Shadows card that helps me, so I think the Archive is more worth it here. Especially expecting a Mark of Dis coming in. Yeah, you're probably right, Astron. I probably should not have played that Collector Worm, but it's kind of too late now. All right, we're going for it. We are not taking Archives. So we will... Man, I wish I could kill that Albeid. That would have just been so cool. And we'll go ahead and hit the Daughter. That goes, we'll TMTP there, and then Dust Chronicles to Archive that guy. I feel like I wish that would have been a little bit more, but we'll see. I think a lot of his... The thing is, he's got 2 Mark of Disses coming, right? Like, that's kind of my main issue. He's got an Archive of 4 now. Implosion. Guilty Hearts also kills the Albeid. Dino Fiend. So I should see that as a concession from Sith. Man, I really wish he had killed that Albeid. But most likely get marked into Mars here. The question is if he also kills the Collector Worm or not. If he does, we still get the Mars needs Amber for 2 onto these guys, but that's not great. If he doesn't go for that turn here, we have a pretty nice Sanctum turn. I would love to purge this Galliatops before he flips. Because like this deck, one of the weaknesses of this deck is it literally cannot kill creatures that are more than like 6 power. It is so much work to kill anything that's bigger than 6 power. But yeah, did I beat that? I had a guy play a Thing from the Deep against me like turn 2, and it just kept coming back. But it has other things. Like I was able to stun it with the Yifis No Drone. Yifis No Drone, like I wish there was a few more cards like that. Where are you? I wish there was a few more cards like that in some of these sets. It's just such a cool utility card. Oh, I could have hit one. Did he have archives when I played that? Did any of you see? If he had archives when I played that, I'm going to be so mad because I could have purged a card from his archives. Oh, that might be a huge throw. I don't think he did because I killed, like, that was back when he was playing, like, the Saurian. I don't think he did. Okay, so there's this. So we are probably getting marked here. Question is, what does he hit? If he has the implosion, he probably hits the collector worm. And then just blows it up. Draw pip on the creeper is not bad. So we know he has both marks. Well, no, he might only have one mark. But he probably has both. Here's the mark. Maybe he'll just get greedy and throw the second one at Albade to kill him. Damage pip on Albade and mark onto Marukt. Okay. Also purging this with Yifis was maybe a mistake. I don't think I had a better option, but this is a very good card to have on the board when you're getting hit with Mark of Dis. Research Smoko, Reaps. Dino Fiend kills Albade. Draw. Does he have one more draw? He probably does. Flipping the deck here would make me very sad. Except I could just purge this. Oof. Yeah. That is a big turn. And then there goes Collector Worm too. Yikes. Doesn't get an archive though from the... Okay, well. Is this enough to get me to key 3? We will see. So we are not stopping this one. Breaks my heart a little too to have to play this Grey Rider like this. But we can at least kill the daughter. I don't mind that. I really want to I mean, this is going to get shuffled. Unless he calls Dis again, which he can because I still have the Mars guy on the board. But the Implosion is gone. He can still. Oh no, Mars guy's gone. So he. Oh, he can hit me into Sanctum because I put armor on him. Why did I put armor on him? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So all he has is Mark, which I don't think is. That one's not pipped either, so he's not drawing through. He already played the Mark with the damage pip. The other one does not. I still think we try to disincentivize him from doing that. At this point, Exile probably beats me anyways, so. Oh, the Grey Rider has a damage. That's what he meant. That also makes sense. Okay, so here's Cronus doing some archiving. I already have a damage here. We've got the Mother Gun for more damage. We could just Zima too, but depending on what he plays, we may just pull the archives. If he kills this, we just pull the archives and blow everything up. So it goes to check. I can't reap. Damage went on the Grey Rider. Didn't kill the Grey Rider. Okay, so I think we just Mars needs Amber into Kronos. Or Mother Gun Kronos. Mars needs Amber for both of them. Then fight Vizima into Kronos. Don't take the archives. I think it's got to be the Kronos. Leaving that thing alive is pretty scary. Okay, we've got Ronnie, we've got Miasma. Grey Rider doesn't quite help us here. Oh, can I even play those guys, though? If I hold the Miasma, I might be able to. We'll see how high he goes here. But that's... I guess that's a reshuffle, so both Mars Needs Ambers are back in. Yeah, I think playing... I probably had to play that. What's his name? Resonator. I think I had to play him when I did, but not getting value off of him is not good. Thanks, Astron. Definitely feels better than some of my other games. And I know this is an incredible deck, and Sith is very well practiced with it. And this is a deck that doesn't like seeing disruption, so it's not the best matchup I could have gotten from what he has. Especially since he's got 2 GRs left, but I think... Okay. Stop at 7. I'm begging you. Let's meet at 9. Okay, doesn't stop at 7, so we gotta play the Miasma. Yeah, this is where I get in trouble. Because M4, it just means he's got the ability to get as much capture as he needs. He's still holding a mark, so that's one of the things that makes me sad about games like this, is just like, I know he's chained himself for like half of the game. Oh, maybe he's got an archives, but like, I'm not even forcing him to do his best plays, I don't think. So like, I'm giving him a good fight, but it's not quite there. Okay, so in this scenario, we do not play these guys as much as I want to. I think I lose if I play them. Shadows, no. Here's the real issue. TMTP doesn't stop me anymore. Or it doesn't stop him anymore. But I have to do this to get to check. So. We've got the Resonator and we've got the TMTP, but you don't think I need to get to check there? Oh, you're probably right, because I probably should have waited until I got that, but there's no knowing if I get that or not. Yeah, no, I agree. I think you're probably right there, that that would have probably been the right play. I would have drawn 3. Yeah. Question is, does he keep playing around TMTP, or does he know that I don't have an out without Ronnie in hand? Yeah. I'll take 2 keys though. Okay, Blasphemer Pass means I do not get any Mother Gun value or Resonator value, because he's gonna... Oh, he just captures. Is he exiling this? He is. So the issue is next turn he marks me into Saurian, and there is nothing I can do about that. I just have to hope he doesn't have Implosion or Gleeful Mayhem. Oh man, if this guy wasn't here, I had 1 damage. I could get this guy down, ready him with the Grey Rider and capture. But I cannot. I think Mars is my only play. I ping the Grey Rider just or the QMX. So, only way we win now is if this guy doesn't die. But he could also just mark me into Mars and go to 8. But marking me into Saurian is probably better anyways, because that means I can't play the TMTP no matter what. play a creature, but I can't fight it because it steals and he kills the resonator anyways. All right, well, we tried. I'll still take it. It's his save deck. I've still got Jaden. Hope Jaden doesn't get outraced by one of these GRs, but it's a good one though. It's a learning one. I haven't played, like, it's just been so long since I've even played matchups like this. Just so used to playing against GR and WoW. But it's fun. These are good games for sure. So in that case, would it have even mattered? I don't know that there was hardly anything I could have done there at the end. Even if I'd have not played the Ronnie the one turn, he still doesn't go above 7, so I still only steal 2. Yeah. Okay. 2, 2, 3. So let's see. I mean, he's probably expecting Jaden here. What does he have left? Tetratar's gone. Batteril. This one. This one's interesting. Jar against this doesn't work super well because Reyes just get discarded. Missile Officer gets discarded. You can Missile Officer the crop circles, so you can't even... Which, this is a discussion I've been having. I think we gotta go with Jaden this round. Because this guy, I don't think I mind playing my WoW deck against. Because this does not want to see all of that bounce. So I might not play Bacho. I really want to play Bacho. IDOK is purple. All right, we've got... Oh, he went for Worlds Collide second. Interesting. Interesting mind games. It's a new thing they just added. No one knows they added it. Magic Duck told me. Okay, so we've got Ominator versus Jaden. This is actually an interesting one. I have to be careful of the graft. But, like, I don't think I have to be that careful. Ugh. Feedback from above. The one about my play being very clean. I appreciate it, Astron. And I do feel like I'm playing better. Now we're just getting into the point where I just don't have as good of decks. Except Jaden. I think Jaden is an insane deck. So hopefully I can do it justice this turn. This is probably the hand I want to start with. I think we just ditch both of those. So Jaden is a Mars combo. It's got Doctor, it's got Rebel, and it's got the Zip the Implanter, but it also just has like this insane Equidon. So if I just decide to archive all of my Equidon instead of the Mars, it can still do crazy stuff. It gives him some draws, but his deck is going to be efficient enough anyways. I don't think it matters a whole lot. I just need to get some kind of board presence. Guys like Siphonoptarian make his nope, tutor is a choice. You can choose how many cards to discard. Spartosaur is a little bit worrying, but like he's got so many. Or he'll just discard Spartosaur turn 1. All right. I do not mind seeing that. So he's probably thinking about like the Winds of Death, but this deck like does not need to play the Winds of Death to get its stuff going. I do wish they had gotten more Amber there, but maybe I do just plan for Winds of Death anyways. I don't care if he Spartosaurs the next turn too much. Play this guy. What's up, Royal Purple? Welcome in. Games are going good. It was a pretty intense game 1. Let's go ahead and take the tutor off. And we just started game 2. So game 1, I lost 3 keys to 2 against Tetratar, which is a very, very good deck. I don't think it was the best matchup, but it was a good game for sure. Stuff that actually feels like it's worth watching, unlike my adaptive games. It's always something to learn from. His 2/2/2 hand is not my favorite, but I think I just keep going Equidon until he deals with it. Ingram wards itself, that's fine. I really would love to see some of these guys. Okay, getting a lot of efficiency going here. Okay, there's Ludo. Oh, cloaking dongle. Double cloaking dongle. Alrighty. I think we gotta stop the bleeding from this gray. We'll try to force him to board clear. And just start running out some Mars. Oh, second Ingram is definitely a problem. Hmm. Interesting. Double Ingram is going to be a big problem, I think. No, he's got... I don't think I want to stack Amber on the Igor. At this point, it's probably okay. Okay, UFO's good. Of course, we had both in here somewheres on the first go, and don't see either of them now. We're not haunted yet anyways. So I'll need this Griel Swarm. That's what I really need to dig for, I think. And the Singing Scythe. I would not mind finding that soon. Purge that Spartosaur. I would be so happy. Okay. But are you dealing with the Grabber Jammer? Probably can, because you can just... Oh, does not deal the 2 to that. Fight Gemcoat. Oh, just Reaps. Okay. I can play this game for quite a bit. And I think I'm happy holding on to the Winds of Death now, because I'm going to have a much bigger discard than you, because you're not playing any other houses. I'm going to put that there just so it doesn't get sniped by an Axiom. Oh, hey, Ian Yoink. I don't think I had said hi, but welcome, man. Bye. Thanks for watching for a bit. Okay, so we got a Logos turn, so that's some breathing room. Probably a chance to get this stuff down. Doesn't get me in. I honestly wonder if I just go back into Geistoid, get Haunted. Start archiving some stuff. What do we archive here? Maybe some of the Equidon. Probably need to kill that Hapsis. Tropic Swirl does not kill much on my board. Can get the Vendor. Should be sad. And that does get him 2 Amber, which puts him in check. It's kind of an issue. Hits Demo. Okay. What's up, Amber Meaties? Saw you had a rough go of it earlier with someone who I'm gonna have to face. It's gonna be fun when you and I get to face. I feel like you and I are maybe more surprised to be in this division than others. Okay, I think I go Equidon here, getting the Sandhopper out just gives me a lot of options. I'd really like to get Haunted though. It's okay. I think we're okay slow rolling this a bit. On the left, we're going to put that on Touchstone. Go ahead and steal. We're going to fight the Hapsis here, just so this is like on death's door. Ooh, all right, there's our Singing Scythe. So this is where we start picking things apart. So if we can Singing Scythe some of their creatures from the discard. Yeah, I know Demo needs to be haunted. I had to make that choice this turn, but I think he's got a hard time. He's got to decide when he's actually going to kill stuff. Could be an Axiom here. Does he even have Axiom? No, he's got Failing Strikes. But like his only board clear outside of Red Alert is Spartosaur, and Spartosaur is already in the discard. So if I'm left with one of these guys, I'm Singing Scything something. Oh, which Discord did you see it in? Because I posted in not even as many as most people do. But yeah, there's so many other things that you might want to avoid seeing that I totally get. Not wanting to notifications for everything. Okay, so we don't love this. There's Imperium, so there's more wards coming. I think what happens is once I find my Mars combo, I just take all of his warded stuff. Right, this Failing Strike will definitely hurt. Grabber Jammer's probably going. Ooh. So now I get Amber, so he might have... Oh no, he's not giving me the key because of the redder. Exalts the Goddess. This is game 2. We're definitely a lot of chessing going on here, but oof. It's gonna be a tough choice on the archive. But I think that's the right call here. I mean, he didn't kill Grabber Jammer, so we're still taxing this key. I think that's okay. I need to figure out how to deal with these wards, and I can't do that until I get this stuff. Okay, so we're Singing Scythe here. We know we're doing that. Go ahead and reap. Let's draw first. Got the Haunted House. And then Generous Offer. So I think, as much as I want to build towards the Mars, I think I need to build towards the Equidon. Oh, sorry, this is my Purge. I almost really messed that up. Or I could just win here. Now that the Spartosaur is gone. Really don't want to, because all of this stuff still just stays through the winds. Yeah, that would have been so bad, Astron. But if I find this Screel Swarm... It's just an after fight effect. Capture. Man. So price him back into going into Saurian for the redder. Still haven't seen Doctor or Rebel, which is for sure hurting us. Lots of Mars left, lots of archiving left. But that, like, there's part of me that doesn't want to kill this board because I can just steal all of it with Zip once I get the combo. And if I do that, like, he never gets them back. Yeah, so he goes Saurian. I think we're fine with that. He doesn't have great. Fights with the goddess. He's got some. I'm probably overthinking this matchup, but I mean, those wards are such a problem for me. The wards and the cloaking dongles. Just kind of insane. So there's second Phalanx Strike. Almost cycled already. There's an Exalt there. I probably should have just discarded the wins at this point. Or played it last turn was probably the right call. Just to get some of this stuff off the board. He gets to reward his old board. But yeah. It's not ideal. We do not want Singing Scythe back. Don't forge because of this guy. So we go Equidon. Just can't risk the UFO yet. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I also don't want to go too big on the stealing. Maybe I can, because his logo's turn. What else does he do? He's got information exchange, graft, double wild wormhole, eddy. I think I'm gonna leave that stuff. So play Lead Darken. Left. Sandhopper him to get him on the board. Now I'm regretting putting damage on him. But at this point, I think it's worth fighting off this redder. There's no cloaking dongle next to the redder. We don't get the amber from it. Still no Skeel Swarm. Zero more Mars. This feels more like what my adaptive matches have felt like. See if he takes the bait here to graft me. I don't think he's got too many other options. Garcia's gone. Star Alliance gets him a lot of amber, but doesn't stop the keys. Xeno Training is only friendly creatures, right? I am playing in Kagi, but this is not a Kagi match. This is NKFL, which is a fantastic league. If you've never heard of it, Nordic Keyforge League, run out of a server called The Same Thing by Sizox, who is one of those guys who has helped keep Keyforge going for a very long time. This is the 24th season, and it's a very cool format of 6 decks. You ban 2, save 1, and then you play 3 games. All have to be with different decks. Okay, so there's a red alert. Twin Bolt, kill the Void Prober. Oh, nice. Yeah, so adaptive is, yeah, the Kagi one, and I am also playing that, and I am doing a poor job. Okay, well, so we get the key, which is something at least, and I can steal back some amber, and then kill something. Still taxing. This grabber gemmer just hanging around forever. I just would love to draw into these guys. I should have discarded the Winds of Death. That was definitely a mistake from earlier on. So, okay, well, we're going to go Equidon. We'll go ahead and take the archives. We will... Haunted House. No, we're Skeel Swarming. Capture there. All the wards are gone. Still elusive here. We can kill the Ludo. I don't know if killing the Ludo even matters that much here. I almost think it's more killing this. Let's do that. Get more Mars down. Capture more. Fight that idiot. And then we'll go ahead and trade secrets to steal 2 more. And then we tax them for all 7. I still don't love giving them the key there, but... Sir. Sir! Where's my rebel? Ugh. It's pretty painful. Pretty painful. I think Rebel turns around this game pretty quick, but that's also what I get for relying on this deck to do its one thing that it does. But it doesn't just do the one thing. Like, the Equidon is not bad. This is probably not... I don't know. I am a Patreon of this, I thought. Unless that changed. Pretty sure I am a Patreon of Cryogens. I love TCO. Just didn't pay enough is the problem. Okay, Mars turn here would be pretty fantastic if this stuff doesn't die. We have a 50-50 shot of getting Rebel on the UFO. But they're also flipping the deck here. Can I win? They will be at 5 if I wins here. It seems so greedy. And this will still be alive. Garcia maybe kills the proliferator here, so maybe they'll only get 4. I mean, that's how you play wins, right? You wait until your opponent flips, and then you just pick up your entire deck. Okay, there's a Xeno training. Okay, it blows up more of my amber. That's sad. I mean, I have to do it, right? Like, that is the correct play here. Puts them at 5. I wish I could kill this Grabber Jammer before doing it, but I can bring it back with the last Dr. Z play. Or just archive it with the... Man. Just silly. I think it's the right play, though. Okay, so they flipped. I blow this up. They go to 5. This amber goes away, but these guys all die. I don't lose one to Can because it's active house with cards in play. I do have a Geistoid card in play. Doesn't matter. I would have gotten him. No. Okay, let's see how much amber I can stop. What does he have for board clears? Red Alert was just played, so it is possible he drew back into it. Second Ludo is actually fantastic because that's what we want to steal with Zip. 6 amber is containable. The real big problem is now that he's flipped, I have to get through Graft again. Second Phalanx? Really? Sure about that. Oh my gosh. Just taking so long. Okay. Play UFO. I think there's actually an argument to just kill, like load up Amber on that and kill it this turn. Though I do stay haunted, so he would have to kill. He'd have to have the Red Alert. We play this. I also don't want to go too big because he could just graft. So I think it's better to... So we know this guy's coming down. Let's get... I only have the one capture pip at the moment. Which is kind of scary. Play this guy on the left. Capture onto Zip. Let's... Yeah, I think I actually have to make this a pretty conservative turn. This card, make you capture one there. Put this onto Ludo. Okay. Am I doing this completely wrong? And it's kind of all or nothing, right? Uh, I guess we're going big regardless, so I don't know why I made a big deal about that. I did fight Cloggin, you're welcome. I don't know if that was the right play or not. He just went Star Alliance, right? No, he just went Saurian. But I have his Ludo now. Yeah, I mean, I probably just should have reaped with the Rebel there too, but real problem is I am not stopping much Amber next turn if he goes big. There's a Star Alliance. Red alert. Blaster. Of course he had it. Does he have one more pip though? He does not. Okay. So we will go Geistoid. No on the archives. We will go ahead and archive Rebel and Doctor. Haunted House. Demo. Touchstone. Five. So play the Reaver. Play second Touchstone. Leave the Scythe so that we stay haunted. Oh. I feel like this game shouldn't have been this close. But that Star Alliance, this Star Alliance is a very good counter to this. This deck does not actually have a ton of creature control. I think it's only like a 7.9 on DOK as far as creature control. It feels like more than that when you're playing it because you have like the guards and stuff. But as soon as wards and elusive become a thing, much less. Much less confident. Logos. Eddie stops the key. Let's see if he gains Amber too, though. I mean, the fact that I was able to purge that Spartosaur, I don't know. He has a hard time going sorry and now until he finds Redder. And now there's nothing for me to play around in terms of graft, so I can go as high as I need. Ooh. Don't love that wild wormhole, though. That's too much Amber. We seen Eddie this whole game? Has he been holding it this whole game? He keeps doing that. What I should have done was just archive the trade secret. Stole 5 here. That would have put a nice little bow on this, but I think we still got it with Mars here. Yes, so we play this guy on the right. We'll go ahead and capture on Reaver. This guy on the right, capture on himself. Haunted house. One thing I didn't do is increase key cost. So Data Forge, I think he's 1 off. I have to have, it's plus 10, so he's 2 off. 3 with the grabber jammer. I also think I messed up this turn. I should have kept all this in hand and sandhoppered this guy down for the capture and played these guys, so I would have had the threat of the steal. But oh, it's Tropic Swirl. He gets the amber back from killing it too. Does he have enough to Data Forge? I'm gonna be so mad. Oh, he's 1 off. Oh man. Oh. Now the good news is I probably just get stomped game 3, so you all can stop watching soon. But I think, yeah, I think the high level could have gone a little bit different if Rebel was a little bit earlier in the mix. Because then I have the ability to get my proliferators down and just start archiving Mars with them. Even if it's not the Mars I need, I can just start building that up earlier. But it just didn't happen. All right, we got to win. Still very close. 2-3 with almost 1 key amber short of a Data Forge. But now it is GR versus whatever I want to throw at it between Bacho and Hatterberg. And the reality is Bacho is the only one that has a shot. Okay. On to the left. And yeah, I think if he picks this one, there's no chance I outrace him with Hatterberg. And there's too much Mars for Mars Need Amber to be good. So yeah, it's got to be Bacho. It'll be interesting to see. Bacho takes his time to get set up. So you guys are in for another long one. Unless he just comes out fast enough that I can't get set up. Oops. No, no, no. Wrong one. Oops. Did I put a... I think I put a password on that. There we go. All right, let's see which one he is going for. Thateril. I think that was the... Yeah, Hypnotic Command. That Hypnotic Command is going to be a problem, but I don't know if it's the correct hit with Jar. I don't mind this start at all, actually. Like hitting Riot feels really good. Hitting Permanent Record feels really good. Because he doesn't have... Let's see, he's got 7. And what does Resurrect it do? I should probably... He just captures. He doesn't like bring creatures back or anything. So 7 Mars creatures with no archiving. Like I just don't think Hypnotic can be what I'm the most scared of. It's probably the permanent records. I think the Brabbles make the Cacophonous Riots pretty awkward. I think we just start getting stuff on the board fast here. Get those artifacts down. Make him play War of the Worlds early is fine. We lost the Brabble to no value, but I don't care too much. Usually you want to keep the Rebel alive for a little bit. All right, we're cooking. Just got to find the Have and Jar. I'm liking the start. I mean, knowing they have no artifact control, just the weight that goes off of your shoulders when that happens with this deck is just incredible. Okay, so we're going to get some Amber Stolen here. That's, yeah, nothing we can do, but it's nothing too big right now. We'll steal some of it back for sure. Ooh, shopping spree. Give me a draw with Tutor. Not exactly what we want to see there, but okay. I think I actually... That's got to be Shadows here, right? We can get creature control back later. Go ahead and Reap. Let's Vandalize. What does he have for creatures? I mean, Barn Burners. I don't love my stuff maybe getting discarded. But I also have Elusive and stuff. Yeah. We'll let him have that one. All right, got some logos, not drawn logos, but we've got the Pincerator now for the Brabble plays. This could be the Hypnotic Command. But we've got some taxing, if so. His armor's gonna be a problem. I might have to Spike Trap this turn. I'm gonna burn through my creature control in this, but if I can get some of this Mars out of the way early, I don't think I mind that. Actually, I think these two might be enough. Because that does 1 and 2, and then that does, yeah. Ooh. And the hypnotic? Come on. Why is he so big? +1 power for each amber on it. 4 armor naturally. That could be a problem. Maybe we can snudge him. I think it's still logos here. So we can try to keep him from dying for a turn. Does doing damage to him matter? The most I can do is 3, unless I pop the spike trap, so no. So let's do as much to Abductomatic as possible. Yeah. There. There. There's the Dav, and there's an EP, which looks pretty good. And the reverse time is super tempting. This is always the trap with this deck. Playing reverse time before you've found your jar. But I do have, I think I need to play it actually, because I also have the whale to kill this. That'll be pretty big. Okay, and gets a check here. EP, the Dark Amber Vault, reverse time. Spike Trap here feels kind of greedy. I'd have to Spike Trap and fight here to kill this. Oh no, Spike Trap and then... Yeah, Spike Trap does it. Problem is we don't have too many mutants in this pool. We've got the Rad Penny, so if that gets killed before we flip, we can find it again. I don't know, this is the long game. The long, slow life or death. We'll see which happens. But not having Jar with these permanent records is pretty rough. Yeah. So I think we just give up this key. It's not worth the Miasma Bomb here. We can drop just stuff in shadows. Yeah. Okay, so we found the whale, so we can kill the Resurrect it. Get some draws, get the first Brabble online. This will be a Riot, which will do some damage. I don't know. I don't know if that was the right call to play the reverse time, but I think... Let's see, he's got... Yeah, he's gonna get to archive this anyways. No QMX yet either is Not great. Yeah. Okay, somebody gets a little damage. Oh, you're gonna discard for me? All right. I think, oh, losing EP is not great, but that'll get shuffled in soon. That's brutal. Very, very brutal there. Yeah. That's why yeah, maybe should have just mulliganed for the jar. Goes, let's see. So I did not lose Rad Penny. I have more disc coming, so I could actually, I could actually stop this key if I get, oh no, I can't. There's nothing small enough to fight. Okay, so we want to do damage, destroy, second Brabble. So these guys we just stack. Problem is I get hit by a permanent record next turn. Very awkward hand coming up too. Hmm. Are you sad that I didn't fight, or that my Brabbles are gonna die for no value? So I'm sad about both of those things. He at least has to fight them with at least one. I know, I'm sorry. I don't think I hate that, actually. Flip the deck here with shadows. We get a shoulder id, which is pretty nice against those cacophonous riots. We're gonna dunk that UFO. Okay. And look at that. We found a Brabble again. Just not Jar or more mutants. So this is the problem. This deck keeps leaving creatures alive, so I just keep getting my stuff stolen because I haven't found the jar. Oh, I really need to find that. Yeah, but it's giving me cards, extra cards. I'm not going to get trapped this time. Oof. And the generous offer. Man. And that's why he banned Pharaoh, because Pharaoh does this, only it's mostly generous offers instead of permanent records. But honestly, I think I'm okay with that turn. What else could he have here? Does he de-escalation me? That doesn't seem worth it. We put Historian Lee Darkin on the bottom, so he didn't draw that on the tutor. Yeah, discards a de-escalation. Wonderful. So we'll go ahead and go dis. Get these lovely guys down. Go ahead and kill that Rad Penny to get a reap in. There's a QMX. We got Rad Penny back right away. It's kind of fun. Okay, so we know there's no Equidon stealing. Riot gives us some stealing if they try to fight me. Could just be some Mars stuff here, but we've got some good board control answers. Yeah, they go into Brobnar, so they got Tireless Crocag, which we saw on the Vandalize. Could have drawn into Berserker Slam, which hits here. I'm not worried about my Amber total at the moment. I just need to stabilize a little bit. Okay, Lash Out is fine. Not haunted anymore, so that only does 3 to the Anguish. Kills the Shadowsmith. Awesome. And we go ahead and go Logos here. We do not reverse time this time. We do this in the right order so we don't have to hit our own guys. Oops. Found the EP, so that lets us stabilize again. Did they archive a card? Oh, Cincinnatus, okay. Okay. Seeing a lot of these mutants too. And here comes more big guys. There's definitely an argument for him to just Cacophonous Riot my guys here. Just to keep me from house cheating with them. Nope, he goes for the fight. Okay. I mean, that gives me a steal. If he fights the Shoulder Id, he can kill these two, but... Oh no. That was about the worst discard we could have had there. now we just try to inflict as much damage as possible. Let's see. He is at 4 armor, 9 health. So I can run 5 and 5 into him. That's not enough to even kill him unless I also spike trap. That might be worth it, honestly. Because then next turn we just EP, get the engineer down with some blocking. Okay. So go ahead and reap. Kill this guy, have this guy fight. Fight. Spike trap. I could be greedy and bring back Snudge. But now that this guy's gone and not archived, play might be Anguish. I think it is Anguish. I really need to get this key through. Not having creatures on the board definitely helps that. No Hypnotic Command. He can do his Equidon because I still have not found the jar. Still not drawing my mutants either. I really need to get like 2 of them on these Q-mechs. Robdar means we're getting this key. I believe. He's going to get a lot of Amber. I think that's okay. EPing on 1 Amber versus very little. Or on 7 is so much better. Is that better than going Shadows here? Yes. Oh, come on, give me some of those mutants. There we go. It's not a ton of them, but it's something. And we finally found the jar, and we don't have much Amber for him to steal this turn, so... Just gotta slowly claw this back. Two keys, though. Like, I'm still... Nothing less than 2 keys in each game is already, like... I'll take that in silver. Definitely realized I have forgot to put us back to full screen. Sorry about that all. My streamer etiquette. This is also, like I said, this is the first time I think I've ever streamed NKFL, and it's like adaptive. Kagi is competitive. I feel like this is another level in my mind. So I just want to make sure I'm doing things right. Okay. So here is the problem. Don't have a way to get damage on Anguish because his guys are too big. Yeah, that's no good. But I really need this Brabble down. Yeah, I think we just kind of were 1 turn behind where we want to be in this game. Get 1 draw, that doesn't really help me. I get 2 draws in Shadows, which could help me. Or I only get 1 draw in Shadows, but either of those could help me. Just kind of bad timing. I really need to get this Eaton's jar down too. Darn. Yeah, I think we're in trouble. Didn't even draw another Shadows card. Yeah. Oh, dang. Yep, I told you it was the reverse time. It's just such a trap. But I mean, did I really need to kill the Cincinnatus is probably the first question. He's playing Mars, which means my Anguish is now alive. Do you rebel here? You're just clearing your hand. Oh. And thankfully I have two. But let's see if he's got a way to kill it now. It's the Nexus is interesting. Okay. So 7, 8 plus the Nexus one, but I can hide both Rad Penny and the Nexus. This always has poison. So I have to fight one of the 4 powers with Anguish, which means it's only alive for 1 turn. Man, I wish I could use that Soul Bomb right now with the Nexus. That would be swell. Oh yeah, I am haunted, sorry. Okay, so we're going Dis. Not taking the archives. Playing this for permanent record, because that will do the most damage at this point of the game. Didn't find another Mars, or we knew we didn't have. Oh, we could have drawn one more Dis. Yeah, soul bombing here is a terrible decision. Right? So we have to just reap. Yeah, I mean, he's got plenty of options now. Couple fights. And I'll probably be left to have to dig for... I wish there was a 3-power creature I could have run him into just to keep him alive for one more turn. I mean, he might just Soul Bomb here because it's probably the easiest for him to just get all of this. Yeah, just Reap Soul Bomb is not a bad play. I'd be stuck digging for Effervescent. Oof. Yeah. Dang it. So now I'd need EP plus a Titan. But I'll never really have a chance to get back down. Brutal. I mean, the real problem was just I flipped it. Yeah. I think I had to, but the fact that I didn't have Jar when I played this just meant that his permanent records could do way too much damage, and that just I think is what, like, more than anything else, that's what did it. Yeah, so we're stuck digging in Logos. Nothing. Nothing. Still nothing. Didn't draw a single Logos card. That hurts. That hurts knowing that I think this is a winnable matchup. We saw our Bravels way too early. I kind of had to waste them on a turn where they didn't get value there. Yeah, I think I just have to be okay with letting them get a board, letting them get the first key. I just cannot play this stupid card until I have all my artifacts. It kills me more than anything else. You know, I mean, for losing, that's the best key difference I could have had. Just to stop the key there, throwing out both of the Bravos and then using both of them. Yeah, that is an option. Part of it was like keeping them there kind of meant they had to go back into Brobnar to kill him. That meant they didn't get value, but it also kind of locked their turn in. I would have to look at kind of where the game state was at. Would I have flipped? I don't know about that. I was still. The problem was I was on like 5 cards left, wasn't I? I think that was kind of where I was. Maybe I wasn't. Let's see. That turn 12. Soul Bomb, Crim. It's a ways back. Or was it not this far back? When did that happen? Is that just a couple turns ago? Why can't I find it? It's like that turn didn't happen. Isn't this one? Oh, it was this turn. Okay. So I played. Oh, I can't really see if I flipped the deck or not. Yeah, I think. Thanks, Goggin. I struggle sometimes. um, yeah, I think did the Dark Minion, destroying the Dark Minion allowed me to kill 1 or 2 things. Because at that point, I think I was also scared of, well, maybe they hadn't gotten back to the Hypnotic Command or not. Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of things, like not seeing these guys or the Q-Mechs until over halfway through the game too. Just like, yeah, I think so much of it just came down to playing that reverse time. I think I did it mainly to kill the Resurrexit. It also gave me the EP back again though, which was pretty big. Killing the Resurrexit was maybe just a trap. Except it blocks half of his line from getting hit by the Pincerator, which is a problem for me. The deck had a little bit more armor. I don't know. It's I'm glad it was close. I'm glad I pulled out game 2. Yeah, can't turn back time. Yeah, you're right. It is a savings plan. Almost better to actually have a bunch of amber on that instead of in my pool, so he can't steal it with the permanent records. Yeah. Well, I'll be thinking about that one for a while, but I think I got thrown off this entire matchup. Like none of the matchups were the games that I kind of expected to play. Like I was expecting to see um, Oppenheimer versus one of his 2 GRs. He only played one of his GRs, right? Him saving Owen was a little bit interesting. Oh no, I'm not saving Owen. Him playing this game 2 definitely threw me off too. Because this is a deck that I think Oppenheimer maybe does a little bit better against. Honestly, this was of the ones that were, or not Oppenheimer, Bacho. I think this was the worst of these 3 Bacho could have gone into. But I think it was still, was it a better matchup? Because maybe Hatterberg would have been the better matchup. Because the trick with Hatterberg is I think I don't leave creatures on the board for him to permanent record. But the issue is he hits me with his Cacophonous Riots and kills my board all the time. And this deck doesn't generate enough Amber without the board. So I think it's still made the right call. And like, I think that was a winnable matchup, just didn't quite get there because of that stupid reverse time. Gotten me so many times because it's just so dang tempting. And that's why I've tried to play it in adaptive a couple times too, and I have caught people with it. But anyways, I think I need to cut it off because that's already been like almost 2.5 hours. There were 3 very close games. Very well done to Sith. Definitely glad that I was able to get 2 keys in both my losses and get a win there. So of the losses you can have, that is about as good as you can do. They were all fun games, lots of good chess stuff going on. None of them felt like crazy blowouts, which is crazy with all the GR running around. There was no just like, 3 key cheats win on turn 6 or whatever. So like felt great. Felt like good Keyforge. Happy about that. Just gotta come back. I don't think I'm gonna get any easier matchups. They're all gonna be tough, so just can't take anything for granted. But really appreciate everyone hanging out and watching. And not sure if I'll have a weekend stream or not. I'm not gonna be able to do an in-person one this weekend. So I might just take some time off. But I also have some other ideas for things to do. Some YouTube stuff. I need to figure out how to make some shorts and maybe do some cool videos on some of the old winning decks of Vault Tours and stuff, because that's something that some of the new players have been asking about. So it'd be cool to kind of figure out a way to do that. But anyways, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna actually be a good streamer this time and see if there's anything worth sending you all to. Doesn't look like it's tonight. I do want to get better at the raids and stuff. Are there 2? Did he win one with Tetratar? I know he played it at a lot of Vault Tours. I couldn't remember. I know Faith obviously beat me in the Vault Tour that he won, and then it's won an alliance with Faith won alliance in San Antonio. Tetratar might have. Well, maybe not, because MM didn't really get any of its own, so it would have been last year. Maybe. I think he played it the first KFC, maybe. I don't know. I definitely some strong decks, and I think I've banned correctly. Yeah. I'll be seeing more of those, I'm sure. Well, maybe not Vault Tour winning decks, but I've got some. It's going to be a tough season, but if I can do this well on most of them, I'll still be happy. All right. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'm going to go do some dishes and take it easy, and we'll see you all later. Bye-bye.